So here we go. Without further ado, Maxace Knives Company. And I hope you guys are ready for an overbuilt madness of a knife here because, bam, you take a look at this, right? Get a hold of this. For starters, we're getting a whole bunch of hardware here, which is insane. All kinds of big screws and big pivots and all kinds of things. Big thumb studs, that's crazy. Bunch of replacement part, which is, again, appreciated. Wiping cloth as well. And, of course, here is the knife. Oh, man. Holy moly, guys. Again, the Vortex from Maxace. And, yeah, if the shear size right here doesn't give it away, I don't know what does. Hope you guys are ready for this. It's going to be an epic video here. Oh, my goodness. Now, I want to say this is a more affordable version of the premium counterpart. I think you probably would have seen the premium counterpart on maybe like Metal Complex's channel or, you know, some other YouTuber here that does knife content. But now that they got the G10, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. The green micarta going on this one is looking like a chunker. I think this was going to take the cake, and I got just a knife to do a size comparison for this one here, and I hope you guys are ready. But get a hold of this backspacer. That is an insane size for a backspacer. If I can get my magnet of truth here. All right, though, so we do have steel liners on both sides, but I want to say maybe titanium here on the backspacer. Definitely getting pulled here to the sides, but no pull directly on the actual backspacer. Here's also your lanyard solution back there. So that's a neatly done, very thick liners. And of course, even the micarta is nice and contours, a little bit thicker here. It's a little bit thicker there and back here, but it does have like some curves to it as well. But all right, let's just cut to the chase here. I don't know if we might need to zoom out on this one, but SLD Magic. All right, that's interesting. Big thumb studs, of course, for this one. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Bam! Holy macaroni, guys. What in the world do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? I don't even have to go 2x. Typically, I would zoom in a little bit, but fully open here is taking up the whole screen. This is insane. So you got a little bit of a hard pulling right there. Recurve blade, belly here, drop point. So it's like a recurve, drop point, hard pull. I'm just gonna roll with that. Find me in the comments. Maybe you disagree. Now we do have a flat grind. I don't feel hollow here. So it definitely feels like a flat grind. And it's kind of like a dual tone blade. So it's got this gray here. And of course the satin, horizontal satin version. Maxace logo and on the show side. And Vortex-S on the other side. Oh man, this is scary. I don't want my finger to be there as this thing closes. Look at the thickness of the blade. Just holding it like this. That is some epic thickness. Holy smokes, guys. So let's deploy this thing again. Bam. I mean, your fingers gotta go to the gym. You gotta work out your hands here. Make sure you can deal with this thing. Very nice and drop shotty, of course. Bam. Getting a little bit more comfortable with it here. I'm risking my finger there. I mean, it's a slow shot. I like that. Very smooth. Am I gonna try to reverse flick this thing? Probably not. I mean, if it's already like a whole a whole journey just to thumb deploy. I don't know that the Spidey flick. I'm not sure that I got the strength for that. So yeah, not going there. But one thing I noticed, we have a hole right here. So we're going to check that in a moment. It looks like we can lock this blade. That's why the additional hardware here comes into play. That's exciting. Check out the actual pivot right here. Right, it's non-captive, but these are huge. Looks like maybe T10 or so. All right, here we go. We got the Strabito screwdriver here, and I do have my T10 bit. So this one should be it. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, T10 on the pivot, and it looks like we'll have T8, yeah, everywhere else. So that's interesting to see. Even has an interesting pocket clip. Let's talk about that for a second. We can actually zoom in a bit here. Is it titanium? Is it steel? Well, I'm not getting any pull, so that's a good sign. Perhaps titanium right there, and it's not reversible, so one side only. And it's just hilarious how small it is compared to how big this handle is. So that's an interesting touch there. Again, we do have a liner lock on this one. Check out the lockup right there. What are we going with? What are we saying here? We maybe what, 10%, right? 10, 15-ish percent or so. We do have a not a cutout for axis on the show side, but you know, the blade is so wide and you have so much room right here. So pushing down and to the left is pretty easy to do. You got to work out your index finger trying to lift the blade here on the close. And then you got to overcome, there's one more detent right here. I think the detent is right there. So it's kind of like a late detent. So you overcome that detent there, and then you can, you know, full shot. This thing is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. I am at a loss for words. Now, needless to say, with my baby hands right here, check this out. Got grip here for days. Now, if you got big old bear paws, like, don't worry. Your hands can be so big that you can't get a grip on this knife. I promise you that. So we can forward choke even to about right there. I can feel the harpoon right there. Feels very nice there on the thumb grip. That feels good. That recurve, of course, is going to trap material as we cut with it. So that's also nice. And again, we can even hammer grip way back here. Look at this. Look how much handle. We can almost dual wield this guy. That's how much insane amount of, insane amount of handle space you have. That is absolutely insane. I mean, let me tell you this, right? When you see a knife like this, somebody's going to be like, oh, well, that knife sucks for EDC. You know, that knife is like the worst thing because, you know, how are you going to carry that for EDC, blah, blah. Listen, when you've been in the knife world for a minute now and you've already seen your fair share of EDC knives, what works, what doesn't work, you know, what's a good size for EDC, good weight, blah, 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 all that stuff. Sometimes you get excited about the cool stuff, right? What is the obnoxious, what is the crazy, wild take, you know, the overbuilt madness, craziness that, you know, that a knife could be. And this is one of many that absolutely scratch that itch, right? Many other brands do this as well. Midgar's, Messer, and so many other ones are just intentionally building, right, overbuilt knives for that reason. And this one is no different. I gotta tell you, the ergos are so good. I barely feel the pocket clip. I'm gonna go 9.9 out of 10. Borderline a 10, but it's not a fixed blade, so 9.9 out of 10 there on the ergos. I want to say it looks like maybe the thumb studs work as, you know, like a stop, right? They stop the blade there, I want to say. And then, of course, the liner itself, that's how you get that lockup. So rock solid, absolutely no movement here. And I'm just going to get my, let me just get my tape measure on here. I think for the first time, we might have a new record on the channel. If you ever wonder, can I carry a foot-long knife? We're almost right there, guys. Just shy of 12 inches or a foot. I would say 11.75, 11.8 or so. That's the overall length. Now check your local laws because this puppy right here is 5.25 overall like length, blade length, and a cutting path of 5 inches on the dot. And handle alone is going to be a whopping just shy of 6.75 inches. So quite the behemoth we're working with, without a doubt. If you had any lingering doubts, hopefully we put those to rest. Getting a blade stock thickness here. Average in the channel is 0.12. Well, how about 0.10 above that? 0.22 is the thickness on this thing. That's absolutely wild. And I think the thickest portion in the handle, if you get a reading like right about the middle here, 0.94, almost an inch thick, which is crazy. The average in the channel being half an inch. So yeah, this thing is borderline overbuilt to the moon and back. And again, intentionally so. I mean, you already know we got to check the weight on this thing. I want to say we can definitely get some curls going on. Even the box felt super heavy. It's got to be, we got to be at least 15 ounces, somewhere between 15 and 20 ounces. I don't even have, I can't even guesstimate because I don't typically, I mean, I've carried a few like overbuilt knives here and there, and you know, they got some weight to them, but this one, I feel like it's on a category of its own. So bam, look at that. I was very close. I said 15 to 20, so 14.9 ounces. That is wild, absolutely insane. 422 grams in the pocket if you want to carry this guy. That's absolutely insane. Now, for any collection, obviously for any knife enthusiast, right, you're trying to spice up your collection. I mean, this is definitely going to do that. You know, you got a little bit of everything and you want to add an overbuilt tank to your collection, absolutely go for it. This thing is insane. I know some people swear by the cold steel Espada XL, so, you know, this one I don't think is much different. So, but of course, I promised you that we were going to check out what we have here with all this additional hardware. And it looks like you could, you know, almost get it to as close as a fixed blade as possible. The Artisan Cutlery Proponent also comes with a little pin you can add to make it, you know, as close to a fixed blade as you can. Now, I see a lot of hardware here that is for the knife all throughout. We got a backup pivot right here with both screws on both sides. We have backup thumb studs, so like, you know, they're really going the extra mile here. There you go, thumb studs for both sides. So like literally you have all the hardware you could possibly need for this knife, all kinds of standoffs and body screws and all that good stuff. But I think this one and this one, both of these are those lock pins that we're going to be able to insert and lock the blade in a way where it's going to be very similar to a fixed blade. Obviously, you know, asterisk, a folding knife with, you know, folding characteristics will never be just like a full tang construction fixed blade. But somebody, you know, was already halfway through typing that comment down below. I just know it. But it's okay. Go ahead and submit the comment anyways. It helps with the algorithm. So you do you. No judgment of any kind. So let's see. We can unscrew these just like so. All right, very intuitive enough. I'm going to go one side to the other. Bam. Then just screw this cap on like that. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a fixed blade. All right, that thing is locked and loaded. I can't undo it, obviously. Yeah, that's if you're doing some hardcore, I don't know, wood chopping, maybe log splitting of some sort, that will come handy. I'm not gonna lie. Some people will be like, oh, that's just a gimmick. Well, will you do something like that? Hey, if you want the extra peace of mind, I mean, something like this you could take outdoors and beat the heck out of it. And it's got the thickness, it's got the overbuilt, right, aspect to it, ruggedness and whatnot. So yeah, this will definitely be something that will come handy on a log splitting, wood splitting sort of outdoors adventure of sorts. You know, being able to add that additional point of lockup, that's absolutely going to, you know, factor in pretty well. So to undo it, right, very simple, right, lefty loosey, bada bing, bada boom. It even has a hole on one side, so if you want to attach this to a lanyard or string, some paracord of sorts, right, you can absolutely do that, no problem. So that's also nice. You could even have it maybe attached to some string or paracord to the lanyard if you want to do a lanyard solution back here, whatever the case may be. But you get not one, you get two, so you get a spare one even if you lose the second one, right? Maxace is like, listen, we're giving you everything, right? Just, you know, better not lose not lose them, right? Do your best not to lose them because we gave you everything you could possibly need hardware wise. But guys, that has been a quick overview, raw first impressions on the Maxace Vortex-S. Again, this is a I think more affordable version of the premium counterpart. And as such, right, so more and more people are going to be able to get their hands on it. Future me slap that price on the screen. If there are any other variants as well, right, you're going to be checking those out right now. Also, even have a little bit of milling on the inside for weight reduction, which is interesting. Again, we said almost, what, 14 and change ounces. And the micarta, green micarta actually feels pretty nice. Right? I definitely give them that, nice and comfortable for it being the size of knife that it is. So yeah, borderline apocalypse sort of knife, right? Zombie apocalypse, doomsday, whatever the case is. Yeah, this thing got you covered, man. Or otherwise, just something that will put a smile on your face every time you go through your collection and be like, yeah, I got that one knife that's absolutely a beast. And every time I just take it out of the box, or, you know, maybe pretend to carry, or whatever the case might be. Or even go outside, go outdoors and do some fun stuff with it. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. But definitely that has that aspect of, you know, excess, right? Excess size, excess thickness, overbuilt nature through and through, no doubt. Definitely want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this one? What do you guys like about it? What do you love about it? So anything you dislike about it, let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.